What's going on? Chris Bushman back with another stream on NFGL Live. Hopefully audio's going good. Hopefully camera's good. Hopefully it's all good. And tonight, what I wanted to do here is I've been sort of building up a PowerMac G5 system the past couple weeks or so. So figured why not give a tour, check out some games and things running on it. Mac. And hopefully, if it runs, we're going to try to get a Backyard Football 2002 running on here. Now, originally, I was going to kind of backdoor a Maddening stream in here. Kind of turns out there's either Madden 2000, which runs in classic mode, not going to run on a G5, or Madden 2008 running on Intel Macs. So, unfortunately, can't do a true blue Maddening. Backyard Football, though, might be a good compromise. Maybe, kind of, sort of. And we have a little bit of a Gravis Gamepad Pro we got to try out on here to see how on modern Mac OS X it goes. But, you know, first things first, let's take a tour of the PowerMac G5. So, on this, look at all these tools I got open. Look at all these things I was trying to do. Just, goodness gracious. First things first, you'll probably notice some waves happening on the screen. Well, no, front yard football. No, I think that's called like family safe whatever, as opposed to the family unsafe backyard football. So, you'll notice some waves on the monitor footage. Got this thing through a splitter. We actually have a few different systems going on kind of a KVM setup on this desk through this old Dell CRT. That's including my PowerMac G4, PowerMac G5, and the Voodoo 98 machine, as we all know and love for things like killing time and such. Allows me to just sort of quickly swap through them without having to change my setup a bit. The actual keyboard mouse setup, we have ourselves a fancy period correct, what do they call this? The Pro keyboard. Got that all cleaned up because it was gross, and it is not a great keyboard, but here we are. And to match the not great keyboard is the not great mouse with the Mac Pro mouse. So yeah, we are doing a single button mouse, actual keyboard, keeping it all sort of correct here. We have on the Mac itself, let's see what the Mac is. So you'll notice it's saying Mac OS Sierra version 10.12.4. It ain't Sierra, it's actually running a community patched version of Leopard known as OS X 10.5.9. And one of the themes is to bring in High Sierra as a theme, so it kind of, changes some text and stuff, and changes all the styling and the dash and everything to look more like, I guess, 2015, 2017 Mac? Something like that. But we are packing dual 1.8 gigahertz PowerPC G5 processors, so not the complete bottom end of the G5. Not crazy quads or anything, but still very respectable. And we have this particular unit fully upgraded to 8 gigs of DDR RAM. Not the fastest speed RAM it can support, but I think for our purposes fast enough. And I was able to get new DIMMs for it, so hey, new RAM into the machine, I'll take it all day long. And then just a couple other details here. Graphics card. We got a big boy graphics card in here. It's the GeForce 6800 Ultra. One of the top pro AGP video cards you can get for these Macs without modding any BIOS. Gets us 256 megs of VRAM, which there are some games, as you'll see, that could use a little more, such as Doom 3, but good enough for most applications. And we know the memory, nothing really PCI card wise here. USB, we actually are running all the audio through a USB DAC. It makes it a little bit easier for me to switch and gives me a little cord slack. So that's an M Audio Transit back there, which also is OS 9 compatible. Fun fact. We do have an airport card in here. which is actually what we're using for our Wi-Fi, because we have internet on this thing. We have the Airport Extreme card installed in here on my wireless network. Huzzah! And, you know, that's kind of the quick tour here in terms of applications, things we can mess around with. I mean, that's the important thing. Let's just start from the top. So, first of all, we got Freeverse Software, which is one of those dedicated Macintosh software companies. They did a number of games, a lot of cool casual solitaire games. I might have a demo of one of them on here, but they also have little shooters like, oh yeah, full screen, absolute, no window, because that's going to change the resolution, so we're going to do window mode. But this is like a little shmup game, and we'll actually see if the USB pad works with this, because that would be handy. It's graphics, sound, and again, if any kind of audio levels are off, Sam, let me know, because I didn't really check things ahead of time. I just sort of went for it. Oh, I want to change these controls, though. So, no USB pad on here, I don't think, but you know, we gotta change this. And then weapons are going to be, what's that? Command, option, that, and then rage is shift. Okay, so I'm kind of running left hand on WASI, right hand on shift and all that. Okay, we can work with that. Yeah, surround sound options. I mean, come on now. And I think this even, yeah, this has network play as well. So it's pretty cool. We're going to do frying pan, why not? I can choose your character. I'll be rubber skin person. And you get little points that you can use to upgrade certain aspects of your character. I don't think I have any points right now, though, so I can't upgrade anything. So we're just going to jump into it. Got ourselves a little cutscene.
Finally discovered space travel. And I'm not talking about the hokey,
you know,
kind of space travel. I'm talking about the jumping from one planet to another in the matter
on one hand, having a cinema display might be kind of cool, just because, like you mentioned, there's like an aesthetic quality. I actually used to have the matching CRT with this G4, but I got rid of that because it was a lot of stuff to have. It was a pretty heavy guy. I regret that now, but I did have that for a while. I could. It probably wouldn't be a bad LCD. The only thing would be if there's any kind of issue with having it, say, on a KVM like this, because I really don't need more monitors on a desk. And so if I could switch to it, that would be pretty ideal. And especially if the LCD was like a 4:3 aspect ratio, then that'd work well with like the Windows machines as well, just to not have to deal with that. The downside would be some of the other VR stuff I have sort of depends on having a CRT in place, so that would be kind of a hard sell as well. I don't know. I might honestly lean towards getting that G4 monitor back again, as opposed to like an LCD cinema display. But if I end up having like a nicer setup for the G5, and it was like dedicated to not doing a lot of like pre-OS X stuff or like pre-XP stuff, then I think a widescreen monitor would be fine. I'd probably get like a decent widescreen cinema display, pop it in, call it done. Something like that, I would think. Enter Sandman. Okay. Okay, now. So yeah, it's a shmup. I think it's kind of a cool looking shmup. And I can see network play being kind of fun with this too. Because like, you know, obviously there's a lot to blast on the screen. Kind of wish I could use a gamepad of some kind, but can't have everything, I suppose. Oh man, I lost my chat. I gotta get that back up. Oh man. Pew, 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 pew. So obviously there's some sort of point system in this to like get upgrades and things like that. I don't know if there's any kind of other upgrades you get in an actual mission, like, you know, increased lasers or anything like that, or if it's all just pre-mission upgrades. I also kind of wonder if you can replay missions, kind of like, what was that kind of well-known DOS shmup, is like Raptor or something like that. I believe that had stuff where you would redo missions, and so it kind of gave you a way to grind up upgrades. I'll get on it here. Just do that. Bring back the chat. There we go. I'm gonna get back into it. Oh, I gotta use a mouse. I think this is probably some the more charming games I found on Mac as a platform overall are kind of these casual games or these lighter fare games. Like, it's like this shmup isn't exactly super casual, since, you know, shmups have a little more going to it, but it's certainly like an arcade game. But you certainly have your cool ports of contemporary games at the time, like your Quake, like your EdTech 3, your LithTech games. I can full screen this game. It's a little small. I just didn't full screen it because I didn't know how I was going to change the resolution on my capture. I can certainly do that. But yeah, so like I found these kinds of games to be more of the charming games that I think are like really cool about the OS X experience overall. Just because partly it's a lot of those casual games, you just don't have many of them anymore. You have a lot of indie games, but that space has just become so so much more hardcore, I would say, in terms of what they offer. Like, get out of here, you offering fools. I don't need to pay for things, and you shouldn't have to be charged for things either. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of find that it's sort of refreshing to hit some of these casual games again, since you have probably these days like hidden object games. You know, you get quite a few of those. You definitely still have casual games showing up in the mobile space. As well as still some indie stuff, but really it's it's a lot fewer than what it used to be, I think. And to drive that point home, I think I have on here, yeah, fun demos. So you have card games. One of the ones that was always kind of cool to me when I was trying it out was Burning Monkey Solitaire. Sure. And I wish I could register this, but I can't. Luckily, like, Macintosh Repo and Garden have some versions of this. And I'm pretty sure this will die on the vine, yeah. But we have Solitaire, man. And something I think we kind of take for granted is we've had a couple common flavors of Solitaire because, you know, you've had Microsoft Solitaire, and that's really where things have gone. But, you know, you used to have a little more variety back in the day, man. You could make some choices of what you wanted for your silly, casual card game experience. It didn't have to be just Microsoft Solitaire. Back when you have like Bicycle and such releasing games, and all of that, so you could have a variety of choices for playing card games on your computer. Variety, man. That's what it's all about. And it's just fun because it has a little personality. Like these guys will give little quips or click on them. They make noises and do things. He made fart noises. That's cool. You know, you got a lot of cool games like this. Yeah. Things talk at you. That just gives you a nice little casual thing, you know? Can't complain a whole lot about it. And it's interesting with like this one, for example, there's some automation that happens with some of the cards that it will move. I don't know if it's always really optimal with what they do. So I was like, I haven't had that much hand holding in a solitaire game before. This is kind of weird. But here we are. Solitaire, man. Didn't even know you were missing it. Because I bet you were. And you're like, man. I'm like, I know. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah. It's crazy, right? Yeah, this is the pinnacle. You should be sarcastic. This is the pinnacle. You didn't know. Going out here, oh, it's silly. Like, you know what? It is silly. Sometimes you need to be silly, dang it. You need to play silly games and have a silly time. My golly, this is a way to have a silly time. Harumph, harumph, harumph. So let me ask you this, Captain Jack Sparrow here. You know, where else are you going to play something like this, huh? Like on the internet? Okay, yeah. This is a customized experience, sir. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that. It just plays it for me. I don't even have to play it myself. I'm sitting here sweating the small stuff like, oh, I'm going to have to try to move these things around. No, you don't. It's like, I got you. You good. You just, you know, think about paying taxes or something, you know? That's what's up. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. Are we going to win solitaire here on stream? I kind of feel like we are. And I usually don't win solitaire.
Mother.
Hey, we just want some solitaire. Let's go. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Yay! We did it. Wow, you're unbelievable.
Bye-bye.
Oh! And then what's Monkeys at the Movies? I have no idea what Monkeys at the Movies is. Oh, it's just like a story. It has stories about the monkeys in here. Perfect. Sure. Is it even still around? No. Oh, shucks. So, yeah. So, you know, there's a variety of casual games and things that one can enjoy, right? But let's get into, well, what I found is probably be the most stable types of games on this, at least on the PowerMacs in general, which are the tech games. So let's jump into, say, No One Lives Forever. I don't think I need to see these for this, do I? No, I don't think so. 12 8 of attack 24. That looks good. Well, yeah, we'll stick with 5. 5 is fine. Anything advanced? Nope, we're good. Let's go. But no one lives forever. 1. Number 2 is out there too, but I just haven't downloaded it yet. But there's like, it's like, hey man, it's like when I have, there's more messing up now, granted. Tech 3 is, it's always giving me problems with like non-period correct hardware. But out of all the big boy games that I've tried on at least a G5, except for Tron 2.0, because that just for whatever reason really wants to run on Tiger. Oop. Just do that. But oh, what you got? Yeah, I have a powered splitter already. It's the KVM that's introducing interference, man. Yeah, I feel you on that, but no, it's I have a powered splitter already. But yeah, it's that. Because I want to use the same keyboard and mouse on the same systems and all that. That's really what it comes down to. I could probably also actually get better cables because I have like a hodgepodge of cables I'm using. What's up, Roop? Welcome to the stream with old Max playing early 2000s games. And also, per the tech tradition, there were a lot of in-game cutscenes to get to this point. I was actually giving it a spin earlier. So, this is the training area. That gives you an idea of what's around. But look, 3D environments. Remember back in the days of FPSs where you would have to take the long way, walk into places to do things? Because it was immersive. Yeah, thank Half-Life. Thank you, Half-Life. Yes, exactly, because Half-Life. No, like, I enjoy the intros for Doom 3 and Quake 4, but even then, like, it takes a while to get going in those. Was it E? Yeah, it's E. Well done. This was actually kind of cute. Teach you how to skip cutscenes by having just silly looking folks there. Yay! I do think, I'm trying to remember if Thief did much training. Oh, there's a firing range down there. Did Thief have much in terms of in-game training? I don't remember. Yeah. And I feel like Portal had to explain a lot too, because it's like, you know, with a lot of the mechanics and the puzzles. Though, then again, like, a lot throughout the game, when they sort of peppered in new mechanics, they, you know, just kind of let the level play out to learn the mechanics. Then I guess Portal and Portal 2 also sort of hit it with their sarcastic antagonist, where she does actually kind of give you some direction.
Always keep an eye out for miscellaneous intelligence items that might be of benefit to us. Here are some
I can steal things because I am a spy.
the better your mission rating will be. Pick up these intelligence items.
Yeah.
All right. Now open the door to the next area. You may occasionally be called upon to arm or disarm explosive devices.
Oh.
Simply activate the device to enable or disable it as necessary. Disarm these mock explosives in order to proceed. All right. Now
Disabled.
open the door to the next area.
Does it let me re-enable? No. Yay!
It's often advisable to move as quietly as possible to avoid detection. The faster you move, the louder your footsteps will be. It is therefore advisable to walk or move in a crouch when you're trying to be discreet. Volume of your footsteps can be modified by the
Yay.
material upon which you're moving.
We get the idea, though. We need to get the shooting things, dang it. Training is fine. Let's get to shooting some things, such as Halo. Halo's a good example. Now, Halo is a game that really pushes the system. See, you see the gamepad? I'm not using the gamepad, though. Let's not use the gamepad. We'll see how this looks on the capture, because this is on 800 by 600. See how it looks. That looks fine. Does it look fine? Yeah, that looks fine. And no worries, I'm already partway through it, so we don't have to worry about going through all the Pillar of Autumn stuff. Overall, looks pretty good. I have most of the texture stuff bumped up, so I kind of went with lower resolution, higher textures, because a lot of the shaders and textures are sort of needed for a number of the visual effects, like the zoom, the shields. Actually, the flashlight requires some certain shaders to be active as well. But yeah, who needs Xbox when you got the G5? I might be able to, but mouse keyboard, man. Now we'll see how backyard football plays.
I got a Covenant dropship headed in. Over here.
Covenant dropship. Oh yeah, it's been so long since I played Halo 1. I can try my wired Xbox 360 controller, I guess. That's not what I want to press. I want to press F instead. Ah, quit dodging my stuff. There you go. Just go kablooey.
Dropship on approach. I can use some help over here.
Got some needler ammo. You. There you go. You just go to sleep. But yeah, like some sort of football game was going to be my what you would call litmus test for gamepads. But there's aren't like a lot of them, really. I mean, there are some, but again, like I'd be looking for something like Madden, for example, because Madden's pretty ubiquitous. It's probably Oh, cool. Excellent. Like, I've played Mad enough to where I kind of understand what I need to do in it, so... You know, I just thought it'd be a good... I hope I didn't miss pistol ammo there, because the pistol is really where it's at in this. They're trying to flank us! So I remember back in the day where Mr. Sam here, he got a really cheap, well, I guess hindsight, like, cheap, but at the time it was awesome to have surround sound system in his room. And he came up with some real fancy mounting for that surround sound. And we had the old Xbox hooked up to it, and so we had the what you would call the attract mode, the kind of videos and stuff play from Halo 1 on it. And it was like, this sounds so awesome, the bass hitting the subwoofer and all that. Because we were just using like TV speakers before then. We just didn't have we didn't have the experience of like anything even halfway decent in terms of sound. It was always just really poopy TV speakers. I ain't sticking anyone. There we go, got him. Whoa, don't throw a grenade on me. Don't give me that hate, Ricky Bobby. Yay, you blew it up.
This is Pelican Echo 419. Anybody reading me? Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond.
I'll go with the assault rifle. This thing sucks. I used to, like, try to convince myself this is a good weapon in Halo 1. It's not. It's garbage. Keep your pistol. This is, like, at best good for cleaning up flood. And that's about it. No. Look at all these events happening in game. There are stories happening right in front of my eyes. And again, even like 800 by 600, that doesn't look bad at all, man.
Roger, Pohammer. Stand by to evac survivors. Transport them to safety. That's affirmative.
Woo! As floaty as ever.
Pohammer out.
But yeah, Halo 1, man. That's what's up. And I think we can do a timed demo. Yeah. I wonder if this will get us frames per second.
We're coming in too fast. Damn! Air brake failure. Deploy too early. Brace for impact.
Let's see how she performs.
Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move?
The Covenant believe that what they call the silent cartographer is somewhere under this island. The cartographer
The island has multiple
will lead
structures and
us to Hero's
installations.
control center. One of them contains the map.
It's gonna be hot. Get set to come out swinging.
Well, I guess it's encouraging to see it kind of run pretty peppy. Now again, it might be worthwhile to run this at a higher resolution.
The last transmission from Captain Corruption was from radio air.
The Covenant network is absolutely what I've been able to piece together, the flood overwhelmed ordered all ships to abandon Halo. I'm terrified the flood would repair the ship and use it to escape from Halo. They sent in a striking sea.
I do remember like first getting introduced to the flood, and that just blew my mind.
There's some interference from the cruiser's damaged
Halo,
reactor.
Halo is a good game experience, man.
Oh, I see. The coordinate dial needs to be.
Sorry.
Okay, so there's that. But speaking of time demos, Doom 3, everybody. Which I think, yeah, I'm going to need that disc in there. Let's put a fancy disc in. Oh yeah, UT 2004. I have not installed that. I'll have to reinstall Neverwinter Nights. I had that going. That was on the original Leopard install I had on here. I've actually gone through a few hard drive wipes, just trying to figure out how I wanted to configure this partition-wise, which had me land on one drive being just Sorbet Leopard, the other one being Tiger Server. But yeah, I should probably install UT 2004. That's a good game. But I was going to say, fun fact, the CD keys for Doom 3, Quake 4, and Neverwinter Nights, at least, from the PC equivalents, do work on the Mac installs. So, that's kind of cool. Doom 3, Doom 3, Doom 3. Another fun fact, running the time demo for like benchmarking on Doom 3, it's recommended you run it at least twice because the first time is always slower. I'm assuming there's things that aren't quite cached in memory or something. So Alt Control tilde, yeah. So we go do time demo 1. This is looking pretty good. No signal. That's no good. Oh, hang on, Doom 3. No signal. $688 by what? What are you talking about? Is it the refresh rate? Yeah, I see that. So I think what's happening is it's seeing like 120 hertz refresh rate. Maybe that is impacting what's happening here. Scaling. Frame rate adjustment. Interesting. So if I quit out of Doom 3, does my stuff come back? It sure does. What? Do I have a... So I guess Doom 3 runs at a refresh rate. I'm assuming it's a refresh rate that's the issue with my particular capture device. Why am I at 640 by 480? Okay, well that's part of the issue. So let's do that. Advanced options. Maybe that's from maybe I turned it down at some point. Apply changes. Let's try that. Or did I do a reinstall recently? I don't remember. No, I don't think so, because I kind of had this worked out before. At least it shows up now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I was at 640 by 480 for some reason. Don't know why. There we go. And how's that looking? Is that looking good? It's looking decent. Yeah, I like how that's looking. So this is at 1280 by 1024. See right now getting some hitches and stuff, but I think when we run it one more time after this, we'll be pretty good. But yeah, so again, like Doom 3 in particular, I think Quake 4 is a bit more stable, but Doom 3 to me always seemed to have weird configuration problems. I know there was a bug with when you have a video card that's above 512 megs, I think, it doesn't get seen properly by Doom 3. So like at the very least with auto configuration, it would seem to mess up quite a bit, thinking like, oh, we should be doing this because you don't have at least 500 megs of video RAM to run the ultra texture qualities, or the ultra quality textures, I should say. But I don't know if that ever got patched, or if that ever was just like something you get ignored and just do like a manual configuration. I don't know. I experienced messing with that before on some modern stuff, but I don't recall what I did exactly. Anywho, high quality is really where this is at, because the video card, again, only 256 megs of video RAM, so I can't take advantage of the ultra settings on this. Otherwise, something I observed with Sam when I was sending him some benchmarks earlier was everything was sort of capped at around 42 frames per second, I think, no matter what quality I was running at. So we're kind of hitting a CPU bottleneck, while GPU is pumping out what it can. It's just once you hit that memory limit, you really see tanked results. Yeah, 38. I mean, again, at 1280 by 1024, that's pretty dang good. Makes Doom 3 look really good. And honestly, I can't complain. Yeah. I have nice quality 24-bit audio DAC over there. I don't think the DAC in the G5 is bad at all either. And I mean, this thing can run and be a reasonable audio level. Like, I think my capture PC over there probably runs louder than the G5. I've only really heard the G5 pick up when I'm doing like heavy wasn't even heavy compiling. No, it was the benchmark. Running. There's an OpenGL benchmark I can show you later, but I was running that to try to bench this GPU versus the Radeon 9000 that I have in the G4. And that got the CPU running quite a bit. You know, that was really cooking. But besides that, which is kind of the advantage of not having like super duper top tier G5 processors in the PowerMac, is it can still run reasonably cool. Like, look at this, like at a really high resolution, this runs really good. Like, and like even not having the best textures, like everything still looks pretty good. I'm getting some tearing because VSync, but you know, it's like details. We don't need details on all these. We just, you know. Oh, whatever. You just. Yes. Now.
Welcome to Mars,
one thing I was thinking about doing, I could just get that going on the G4. I would probably have to bring over my... So here's the thing, is... If I recall correctly, I can't really use a USB CD-ROM drive on... Because I would want to run it in OS 9, not in Classic mode, because Classic mode is just going to run hitchy and crappy. I would need to run it in OS 9. The built-in CD-ROM drive is currently flaky. I have another one coming in, but it's not, like, the current one's not in shape to actually really run discs well. And I would probably need to run a physical disc instead of trying to... I might be able to mount the disc images. I might be alright with just installing it too. We can give it a try.
It's important, so don't lose it. I see here that Sergeant Kelly has requested your immediate attention. Head directly to Marine Command. It's just that way. Follow the sign.
But yeah, so we see Doom 3. Doom 3 runs. We're happy with Doom 3. It's a welcome sight. I really like Doom 3 throughout. I certainly had different expectations for it when it came out at first, but certainly playing it, I was happy playing it. Well, okay. I know I ejected you. Second, you see the capture PC on the network. There it is. Hey! I don't know if I have any shared volumes on it, but there it is. But I suppose we could try Madden 2000. Let's try backyard football first, okay? Might be good. Let's not, dismiss a little backyard football. Oh, damaged. Everything's damaged these days. Oh, this is a classic game too. Fun. Great. That's not gonna play. Okay. Alright. The easiest way is going to be to do this. Oh, another time, of course, because I can't get every... OS X FPS under the sun all the time. Most of the time, I can't just that all the time. Oh, I should blow this drive away. No, I shouldn't, because I have Rising Nations Gold on here. Why do I have Rising Nations Gold on here? Let me just offload that real quick. Why do I have that on there? I was doing some sort of file transfer shenanigans. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else of interest? I'll get Killing Time on here too, just to try that, at least on one of the Macs, because I'm assuming that's probably an OS 9 game too. Yeah, and believe it or not, a part of me is kind of like, the games I have on PC as well are cool games, but I kind of want to try, games I don't already have also, some stuff that's a little bit unique to the platform. And I think, I kind of wonder with OS X, it's going to be more of either, Linux source code built stuff through Mac ports, or super casual game sort of things. Okay, so the easiest way to not have to re-download everything, because that's kind of my goal here, is I don't want to have to just download everything again. Let's do Madden 2000. Every single one of them. Just put all the games on all the systems and call it done. absolutely. But like the G5 has like so certainly there have been repairs that have been there have been things that have been replaced on the G5, like the power supply and the CD-ROM drive. Really has been what's needed to be replaced on the G5. I did go ahead and replace the CMOS battery, well, the rechargeable, I guess it's technically a PRAM battery. PRAM battery on the system. Cleaned everything up, bought new RAM, but besides tracking down the power supply, that was probably the only kind of pain in the butt, since there's like 3 different kinds for various models of the PowerMac. Besides those, like everything's run good on it. Like it really hasn't been very problematic to use it, which has been nice. I want to see if I can just install these from OS X, mount the images that way, and then hopefully I don't need a disk to play them in OS 9 and make it easier for myself. Oh yeah, and that's certainly a big difference too, is the iMac has its own sort of complete look, as opposed to the Power Macs I have. Like they certainly have their own aesthetic, but they're not like an appliance looking thing necessarily. It's more of a stylized, typical desktop form factor, right? And in particular, the G4, as unique as it looks, the feel of it's very cheap, plasticky feel, which isn't great. Like I definitely prefer the G5 in that regard because it's a little more industrial. It's durable and sturdy. It's metal. And the G4 is like plastic handles, little plastic things that shift in and out. And it's easy to service, but it's definitely kind of cheap feeling. And I would think like I feel like the iMac G4, it has some plastic qualities to it, but overall it's still a very attractive system. Like you kind of get that physical, like you said, physical presence out of it, as opposed to these systems. They're going to be in a desk somewhere. I could have it on a desk, but it's not going to be like something you can put in a room as part of the room. It's a computer somewhere. Okay, so we have those on the thumb drive. What we can do is switch over to the... Oh, actually, one other thing I should do. Ha 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 ha. Ho ho hee hee hoo ha ha. I want to have the drivers for this. So I'm going to want to have Transgroove on there. And I need to get Transgroove for OS 9. Now, I could also download it on the G4, but it's just going to be a little bit faster to navigate here in terms of just browser experience. Let's see here. I want to do that. Because I don't think I've actually set up this DAC on the G4 ever. I only had it on the Mac Mini when I had actual OS X on there before. Transit 9X. Show results. Do that. Now I will say I remember the USB floppy drives not working in OS 9. I'm not sure about CD-ROM drives. I could always try it later, but I still might try it later on, but I don't have a lot of confidence. What? Okay. You did them before, so whatever. Just go in the background or something. Okay, it's just a zip file still. Got it. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just throw you on there. I'll put the zip on there too, just in case. That should open up fine in OS 9. Okay, now we can unmount that. We can pull it out. And we can go to the G4. That should show up just fine on the capture, I think. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Now the G4, I did end up doing a little bit of maintenance on as well. Besides the not quite working CD-ROM drive, the main Tiger partition I had on there was really screwy. The system preferences would continually crash and never open, and I was just having some real goofy errors happening on there. And technically, I already had a Tiger partition on there anyway, so it didn't really matter. Oh yeah, I have my D-Link USB dongle in there for network, so haha. So basically, I blew away my more substantial Tiger install to make it just pure storage. And I have my actual mechanical drive I use on my IDE bus of Tiger, so I can go back and forth into OS 9. Because I think Leopard and storage are on a SATA card, but the SATA card isn't read by OS 9. So if I go into OS 9, I can't boot back into them. I need something on the IDE bus. That's my story. Network. So, is that network? Yeah. I don't have to do this to the other one. Do I have to do this to the keyboard? This is going to be so slow. I really have to. I might have to. There's no front panel USB on the Mac there. It sucks. Hopefully I can see the USB drive. Yep. So we want, first of all, Transgroove 180, and then Transgroove 153, and those can go on there. And then we're going to want what was I looking for here? Madden was one. That's right. Madden. Please don't take too long to transfer off. Please don't. That's not going to work. Yeah. Okay, let's do it like this. Reach in the back and get it. I can. I was thinking this might be a little bit faster because I have USB 2 in the back of this. One of the expansion cards I put on here was a USB 2 card because the G4 natively has like USB 1 and it's slow as butt. See, there we go. Much faster. And I don't know if I have a proper file share set up on the G5 yet, so I'm not quite prepared to have files straight up just available off the hard drive there to go via network. Not 100% there yet with all the setup. But this way, USB 2 speeds, call it done. One big downer with this keyboard, as cool as it is to have USB on the front here, it's like low-powered USB 1. So mice work, other devices work like junk on it. Okay, we got that, and we need backyard football. And I kind of need to be in Tiger for this anyway. Do I have this already set up? No, I don't. Oh, nice. And you already did a format to have the OS 9 drivers on there too? I can't remember if I set up separate partitions on my Macintosh HD for both, or if I'm able to have Tiger coexist on the same file system as OS 9. I don't remember. Okay, so first things first, we want to... Right. I was trying to think through like what I had set up. Like, did I ever have to do that? I don't remember. Continue. It's like, while I'm here, I'm just going to get the DAC set up. Might as well, you know. It'll be interesting to see if the controller, USB controller, works well on the keyboard here. Because if that does, that'd be really handy. Because I have like my front-facing USB for the G4 just off the keyboard and run a gamepad. That'd be slick. I don't know if it will. May not. Yep, boot cache. Edit, that's fine. We're good with that. And also, fun fact, so the Mac Mini, I believe natively it couldn't run Tiger. Oh no, it natively couldn't run OS 9. And you can do OS 9 lives on it, but then the onboard audio wouldn't work. So I ended up picking up this M Audio USB DAC to work on in OS 9. That was effectively my audio solution for the Mac Mini, so that I have a full functioning version of OS 9 on there, just used a different sound device, and that worked great. What's cool about that DAC too, it also has optical audio, so you can go that route. Well, that's what I ended up doing to really work around some of those limitations. And I mean, I had a pretty sweet setup on that Mac Mini. It was a kind of tough choice to go with the React OS route on it. But I was like, you know what? It's one of the few machines I could run React OS. I can give it a spin and whatnot. So I was like, let's do it. Or sorry, not React OS, Morph OS. So I was like, yeah, let's just run Morph OS on it. Live the dream. I got other machines I could run OS 9. And like beyond the getting it to work on the Mac Mini, I was kind of more limited with that compared to having the G4 with the dual processor on there, or dual CPU board on there, or in this case now even the G5. So it's like the Mac Mini's a bit redundant. Cool form factor, and the CD-ROM drive works on it. That's always a plus. Come on, wireless network utility. There you go. And technically, the the USB dongle I have plugged in here is substantially better than the Airport Express card I have in the G5. The G5 only supports like wireless G, and the dongle supports wireless N, and so I just and a plus a bunch more support for with this utility, a bunch more support for a bunch more security options for wireless networks. So it's like it's just hands down better. And now I should have yes. Do just outputs only. We got software, it's connected and everything. We can go to sound, output through that. In theory. I'll do built-in for that. Perfect. We have audio on the Leopard install now. Perfect. So we need to bring over Madden and Backyard Football onto here. And really we're going to bring 1.8 on there too. So let's go ahead and go to, I think it's going to be users, me, desktop. Now let's just bring all of you over. Dump you onto the IDE drive. Just that way I don't have to mess with like jumping back in the Leopard to pull anything out. Like this will be fine. Big I should check to see what disk utility says about my stuff here. So really quick. Hi, Doom 3. Utilities. Waiting. Let's go to disk utility. Go on here. Yeah, see, so here's the thing, Sam. Like, I have one partition on my Mac HD. And if I recall correctly, I think that has OS 9 on it too. It should, at least. That's what I'm kind of rocking with this thing. Like, I haven't had to do separate. Now, maybe the iMac is different. But at least the G4, that's been the route I've gone. And then I can still go into, say, startup disk. And have OS 9.2.2 and OS 10.4.1, which we're going to go into Tiger right now because I kind of want to run all this disk mounting business in OS X and let that handle most of my mess through classic mode. That's probably what I use classic mode mostly for, is to just do installs and things. Well, oh, would that blow away your current partition? Oh, I see. Oh, right, because you didn't format it with the OS 9 drivers ahead of time, I'm assuming. Okay. I'm trying to remember how I did that install before. Obviously, you can create the partition with the drivers, but I can't remember if I just like I can't remember if it was just like drag and drop the system files on, then you just boot into it, call it done. Maybe that's what it was. Something like that. But no, I get it. Yeah, you don't want to get rid of what you have. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, but don't mind me. I'm also like having to remember what I had set up previously. And honestly, this install of Tiger originally was supposed to be just a pass-through for going from IDE to SATA. But after having to blow the one away, I'm like, you know what? You're my main Tiger install now on the system. Congratulations. 12.8 by 1024. Perfect. Let's go ahead and install you first. just to get our audio going. Kind of pseudo setting up the stream situation for all these Macs while I'm at it, you know what I mean? It's gone from G5 madness to G4 madness to just PowerMac madness. Might as well. Oh yeah, because it was like the Tiger install crashed on my system straight up, prompting a power restart. You making 2 partitions, one for OS 9 and one for Tiger. I think it should work. I did create a new partition on a pre-existing install partition before, and I didn't think it destroyed the previous partition, if I recall correctly for what I was doing. What are you using for the volume that has OS X on it? If it's IDE, you definitely will be able to go back to OS 10, no problem. Because it's a matter of seeing the system files on a given volume bus. It should be able to see the OS X partition, even if it's a separate volume altogether, as long as it's on a data bus that I can read. The only way it wouldn't see the OS X partition would be like, in my case, I have a third-party SATA card, PCI SATA card, that does not have drivers or compatibility with OS 9. So any hard disks on that SATA card, OS 9 can't see. So in my case, I kept a hard drive on the integrated IDE bus for that reason. Now, if I had a SATA card that was compatible with OS 9, none of that would be an issue for me. So for you, because I'm assuming you're not using a third-party card for anything, it should be able to see the drives just fine. Like back when I had everything on IDE, I had a separate hard drive with Leopard on it that I could jump from OS 9 to Leopard straight through startup disk. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. Okay, let's adjust this real quick. Yeah, you should be fine. And that's scene and all that. Good. We go to sound. Output. Change output to that. Input. There's a microphone port. That's right. Yeah, we're good with that. Now let's run our installs. Yeah, that's the only funny business I ran into, which is why that particular chipset was so desirable. Is this even an installer, or do I just drag and drop this on? Oh yeah, one other OS 9 caveat is you can't have dual CPUs in OS 9. I think I tried some third-party stuff before, but it just didn't work. Did you just crash? Is that what you just did? Autoplay? I'm just trying to see how you run backyard football. I mean, if you don't, I'll just go to Madden. That's fine. Okay. So that's how that's going to work. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to figure out what that alias thing was. It's been a while. Let's go to system preferences. Not system preferences, sorry. Force quit is what I want. Oh no, you're just going to be bouncing around still. That's cool. Okay, whatever. In that case, unmount you. Madden. Just get Madden rolling. I mean, I'll just try Backyard Football in OS 9 straight up then. Whatever. I was hoping to find an installer just so I knew it was on there, but Backyard Football might be like play from disk or something stupid like that. Customize. I'm going to try without draw sprocket, input sprocket, and all that, because I think I should have all those on there already. I don't want to overwrite something with an older version. Another big drawback to OS 9 stuff, they ain't really checking to see what you have installed for a lot of extensions, so it will just blow things away with old versions. So you always got to be careful. That was always kind of annoying. And we can see if Madden 2000 runs okay in classic environment. I don't think it will, but we can always try. Like, why not? I see Glide OpenGL support? Oh! I think I have OpenGL on the... Oh, on Classic already. It's good to know those are on there in case I ever need to go that route. Let's try Madden update. Hey, Rue. Gather that information. Beep bop bop beep bop bop. Come on now. Here we go now. Is that like off screen? No, that's alright. Okay. You're gonna make me regret running this in here. Yeah, there are a lot of Voodoo cards on Mac, bro. Absolutely. 110%. Yes, sir. That actually may not be a bad option for... well, I don't know if they have any pass-through glide cards on Mac. That's the thing. So... one trouble spot I have had with Mac has been the fact that, in theory, I could put a better AGP video card in the G4. It's just a matter of not having... I'm just going to go ahead and force kill this. Not that a better card wouldn't I can actually probably just put you on the here. Let's put you in here. Wouldn't have 3D acceleration in OS 9. So like the Radeon 9000 I have in there right now technically is kind of one of the best cards you can have that has native OS 9 support. There might be some of the hacky things you can do, but on the whole that's kind of the situation. If I had a glide card that was like a 3D only card, it's like a traditional Voodoo 2, for example, then in theory I could have my AGP card still run as like my 2D card, pass through to the glide card that way, and I don't have to worry about trying to swap between AGP or PCI somehow, because also, that's not really a thing in OS 9 to be able to say, okay, this is the video card I want to use for main output. Maybe there's some stuff in Mac's BIOS kind of tools they got, but on the whole, that's not really a thing. So, that's a possibility. Let's go ahead and jump into OS 9. But that could be an interesting solution to where I can have some 3D acceleration in OS 9 that'd probably cover most games that would be OS 9 native that would need 3D acceleration. And then I can still have a better card in my OS X environment, because anything that's really pushing past a Voodoo 2 probably has OS 10 support, and I just do that and call it done. Because we'll be talking like Carmageddon. I don't know if Marathon does any 3D acceleration. I know I have Carmageddon 2 over there. Probably Vampire Masquerade would be something that runs 3D acceleration. Look, OS 9.2. Look at that. Just, let's go, boys. Background look familiar? Let's load her up. I see the time is not right, so that would need to be fixed at some point. It's actually been a hot minute since I booted into OS 9. Hopefully there isn't anything that's jacked up. Besides that. Yeah, go ahead and rebuild. Well, you see the... Alright, so you see the USB drive. That's cool. In theory. I'm gonna have to wait for this rebuilding of the desktop file. Are you kidding me, man? Come on now. Come on now. Alright, so like for example. You're still alive. Oh, here we go now. Here's a little example for you, Sam. I mean, part of me is tempted just to stop this, but... Guys. Okay, we're good. We here. Okay. So that's what I'm expecting to have happen. See, even Madden NFL's got glide support, baby. Let's get it. So maybe that's the solution I should ultimately go for, is eventually get a... Actually, I'm not going to see direct 3D support on Mac, right? Would be to get a Voodoo card for the G4 and then just get a super awesome HEB card in the G4 and pipe it that way. Call it done. Alright, so that was that. We need to... I should have... I think I have stuff it here. Do I not have stuff it? Oh, really? Did I not do that? Driver service lib. What? What are you talking about? Okay. You're gonna force me to go that route to find stuff it and all. Oh, gosh. Why? Okay, we'll at least get backyard football rocking really quick, because I think I have that in here. Did I throw that in here? Maybe I didn't. Let's actually arrange by name. That was a weird way to arrange by name, but we did it. Sure, why are there holes? Maybe because they're hidden files. Still. Okay, so let's go ahead and What's in the trash? What did I put in here? Oh, that's supposed I guess that's the old installs for that? Okay. So, before we do anything well, actually, I got this here. I can just put backyard football in from here. I can just do that. Right? Where are you at? Come on, arrange by name. Can't. Okay. Go back into Tiger. We're going to get stuff at Expander for OS 9. And we're going to drag and drop backyard football onto the hard drive. Because apparently you don't know where your old Tiger disc went. That sucks. Is it a CD drive for the iMac? Or is it a DVD drive? In the meantime, I'm going to go back into my Tiger install so I can actually do all my stuff, because I don't think I actually put ClassZilla on here. No, I did not. I did not do that, because that probably would have helped me a little bit. Start up disk. What? Driver services lib. So this is interesting. So the driver services lib thing is more of, okay. Alright, well, if it's DVD, I at least have a DVD disc, or you can also, of course, have to burn a Tiger DVD install, possibly. Oh, why? What do you mean by... Are all the control panels like this? So I go to say... Oh, wow. Do we have a time one on here? No, I don't want control strip on. I'll just see if it's internet. No, driver services lib minus. Oh, why do I have a weird error now? I'd rather not have to do like an install of OS 9 right now. That would be lame. What would this even like? What would I even try to look for this? IO-Kit family reference. Oh great, what terrible route am I going here? Well, let's see if even Madden runs first. Just to see if games will run still. Stuff it won't. That's kind of lame. Madden. No, this is going to be anything. Oh, good lord. Ooh, okay. Let's try a restart. Will you allow me to restart? Okay. Ooh, this is a nasty, nasty, nasty situation. We are not in a good spot, sir. So what I'm seeing is I can't what you would call execute anything because of an out-of-date, presumably library of some kind, and I don't know why. Seeing it's out of date, something like that. Now, possibly there could be a situation where the date time is messed up, and if there's like a difference with what the date is set for in the system, because I did check the battery before this, so that may have wiped the time, hence why it says 5 a.m. Maybe that is causing issues. Cancel. Can't do that right now. Oh, hey, things run now. Well, fantastic. You know what? I'm going to close you out right now because apparently a restart was maybe all I needed. So does that mean you will unpack? It is. Oh, ooh. So, magic of restarts, everybody. I will take it all day long. Absolutely. Why does it work like that? I don't know. I'll do an easy install. That gives me everything. Let's start. Okay. Whatever. Sure. I don't care. I will take the magic. It might have been that maybe some system stuff was a little screwy because time change and messing around on different boots and things. That's kind of par for the course with some of these systems, honestly. I don't know why it happens sometimes, but it's rare. The worst case was what happened with that Tiger install, and I just blew that away. I was like, that's not going to work, so whatever. But yeah, so if you end up needing an install disk of some kind, let me know. I certainly have my DVD install of Tiger. Otherwise, yeah, sorry that you don't have your installs. That does kind of suck. I end up having to like search for mine, and I had like a box hidden up there that had my all my OS X stuff. Because I have like all the install disks packed in the one Panther box. Alias is fine, whatever. This says... Oh, it's for the wireless N, that's right. I think there are some... Well, we don't have internet access, so we can't anyway. I will need to see if I can find drivers for that. Okay, so we should have now... Oh, yep. So we have this, no input, yep, fine, that's all fine and good, cool. And then we go to sound, and output's going to be through that. Perfect, now we got it. Now we have audio through the DAC on all three OSs, which also, hey, M Audio having drivers for everything, pretty cool. Now, let's get to business. Let's get our... Where did I put that? Oh, we can't do backyard football, but who cares? We got Madden, so blah. Let's first see how this works on the front USB, and hopefully I don't have to reach around the back of the G5 or G4, because that kind of sucks to do. Then let's go to Madden, go to graphics. Oh, I don't have OpenGL on here. Well, let's install OpenGL. I thought I did, and I don't. So that's egg on my face. Do I need to reinstall? Well, looks like we're going to what you call Tiger anyway. Let's just head on over. So yeah, for your information, Sam, it'll look something like this. We can go into Apple Control Panels Startup Disk, and everything will be populated by this. Fun fact, you can also pick network disks to start up off of, just like OS X. So that's pretty cool, and if you're in a pinch, just start from a network. Oh, nice, Ubuntu. Yay, Ubuntu. But we're going to go back into Tiger. Do that, and then we're going to install the OpenGL renderer, which apparently I did not have on my OS 9 installed, but I will now. And poor old ATI just not showing up. It really does show you. We really need to get a glide thing going on here. We really need to treat OS 9 right. We need to have what's it called? Obviously Madden, but Myth. Get Myth running on Glide. Let's get it right. And also another fun fact. I just randomly plugged in my D-Link USB dongle for this, and I happened to have this utility as an old install from some of the thing I was trying, like way back when, and it turned out to be the correct chipset for the dongle, so it all just kind of worked. I was like, wait, this works in OS X? No way! And I was pretty excited. Oh shoot, I already had... Oh no, I did have to do this anyway. Yeah, we do have to mount. Okay. So I got super lucky with my wireless solution on the G4. Otherwise, I was like, probably got to look around for a PCI card. I was like, I got something here already? Oh, I know what the problem is. It's not that the time is wrong, it's the time zone is wrong. No, time zone's right. It's not 5 a.m. Hey, there you go. Perfect. Go you, and you were saying OpenGL install. Installer. Yay, Agnes. Hello, Agnes. Hope all is well. You're a good pup. Yeah. I mean, cool. You give... Hey. Yeah, for custom install. I will take all those. Sure. I'll keep newer. Keep newer? I'll keep newer. I will keep the newer. 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 Do I already have OpenGL on here? Where do... So maybe I had like ATI OpenGL extensions, but there's some actual OpenGL stuff I didn't have on there. I'm hoping that's the case, because otherwise, what did I just, like, if everything was already new, what did I just install? I don't know. Well, we're going to go back and we're going to go into 922 and see if we can run Madden with OpenGL, and if not, I'll be like, why? Why is OpenGL not running right now? I have all the ATI stuff there. I believe I did, like, install the correct drivers for the card in OS 9. Pretty sure I did. Certainly I did. Otherwise, have I just not been doing 3D acceleration the entire time? Or does this card not like OpenGL and like something's busted on it? And that's why when I've tried to do OpenGL things in OS X, it just kind of poops. Then again, it has rendered 3D stuff. It did not like that OpenGL benchmark, I tell you that much. It was not a fan. I don't know. I don't know. Retro technology's weird. No, OS 9 for this gamepad needs additional software. I did read that. I just remembered that. Let's see if Madden at least gives me OpenGL first. Why did I do this? Why did I decide to... Not right now. Why did I decide to... Hey, let's go into freaking OS 9 and let's revisit this. And that's all well and good, but now I'm like, what's actually available? Oh, I does see that. Okay, well at least the gamepad's there. Okay, one less thing to worry about. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. Do I have an ATI thing here? Why don't I have it here? Okay, so let's think this through. I attempted to install stuff, OpenGL stuff, yeah? And it tells me, hey, there's a whole lot of stuff on here that is newer than I'm trying to install. Do you want to just keep the newer stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I will keep the newer stuff. That makes sense. Let's do that. So I do that. And yet, when I'm coming over here now, that's the wrong applications. All of a sudden, like, I don't have OpenGL here, right? And I don't know why I don't have OpenGL. Maybe I don't have the drivers I thought I had on here. That's possible. So let's go about this computer. Will this give me anything? No, not particularly. Okay. Do we have any other kind of system profile? Extensions manager might be good to use. So, check control panels first. ATI displays. Let's turn ATI displays on. Restart. Maybe I did not have ATI displays on. OS 9 is not bad to goof with. Certainly OS 9 is a product of what it is, which is a very old OS that was just kept the lights on stuff because it was there. Right now, I'm using a highly customized system with a custom video card and trying to time travel in my brain to what I may or may not have done before to try to do something on the fly, in this case, 3D accelerated stuff. So don't let my trying to remember what I do or don't have installed cloud your judgment of using OS 9. It has been a very reliable OS for me. I just am at a point where I have so many old systems and I've spent so much time apart from them that it's difficult for me at times to remember what I have and haven't done. Okay, ATI displays. So we have that. Cool. 3D. 3D memory scene. Cool. Okay. Profile. Okay, support. Don't give me anything to work with. But it does see the card. That's important. I didn't really turn on extensions, and I don't really think Madden's gonna all of a sudden be like, hey, we could do OpenGL! Alright, boys! Alright, boys! Fun! Cool. Unless I need to do, like... No, I didn't change a darn thing. Because part of me kind of refuses to play this on software renderer. I'm like, come on now. So let's dip back into control panels, into Extensions Manager. Extensions Manager is a good place to be. It does definitely help you sort what's enabled and disabled, right? Oh, hey, I have Mac IPX on here. Cool. Extensions. Are there any ATI extensions that... Okay. 3D accelerator. There's an 8500 3D accelerator. There's an ATI extension. Okay, which ATI thing am I looking for today? I got that accelerator on. That's Radeon 3D accelerator 646, 544, 706. I got a, what's the ROM extender do? You know what? That's... Do I want to go the route of just being like, this sounds cool? Yes, we're going to go the route of this sounds cool. So we're going to do we'll do ATI extensions there. Let's try the ROM extender too, see if that does anything. We know what we just turned on, so if it really does generate conflicts, we can turn them off. Because there's going to be ATI branded stuff for the capture device I've used on here before. That was the USB Exclaim device, as well as the video card. And I think it may have had an 8500 in it before. No, it was a Rage 128 that was in it before. I had a Rage 128. 128. Yeah. So I'm wondering if this whole time I've been using like software rendering for the card. I don't know. So there's ATI extension, and nothing's crashing or screaming yet, so that's good. That's kind of part of OS 9 as well, as when you start getting into a lot of custom stuff, basically your only exposure to what you can do for software drivers, as a metaphor, is going to be extensions. And so you're going to be working through extensions to enable and disable devices, basically. And sometimes similar display should be expanded now, right? Similar functionality and things might actually end up being different names, which is kind of silly to have to deal with sometimes, especially when you're trying to think, oh, this old thing or new thing needs to be disabled or enabled. One example would be running Politica on Mac OS Classic, because I think it only really supports Java 1.2. Anything above that, it just does not run or crash. And so you have to find the correct Java extension to disable or enable. Kind of go down that rabbit hole. Still no OpenGL. I really don't want to install the old stuff. Let's see how software looks. Okay. I can probably burn an ISO from here. C drive opens, so that's a plus. Maybe it will read a CD-ROM this time. Maybe it'll be nice to me, because I don't think I have toast on this version, this copy of OS 9. If I did, then I'd be able to probably mount the ISO. Another option possibly would be to rename the ISO IMG format, and then attempt to just straight up mount onto the system. I have done those shenanigans before, mostly because I didn't have a USB floppy drive available to me. Okay, so I saw that utility for burning. Where did I see that? That was in... Hang on. Don't growl at me. It says... Why'd you spit it back out? I didn't even... What was that all about? Be sick. Oh, come on now. Where did I see you? Were you in applications? Was it in apps? Maybe it was. Utilities? Yeah, there we go. Disk burner. That's what I'm looking for. Insert blank media to begin. I think this is a CD burner drive. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I think it is. So, plan. You do not have me looking forward to figuring this out. Okay. So, man, it's gonna be. Alright, first thing, let's just see if we can mount the thing as an IMG before I start looking at trying to burn an actual disk, because I don't feel like burning an actual disk. Madden should be in a folder, right? Did I put it in a folder? Did I drop it? I thought I dropped the folder in here, but maybe not. Maybe I was just silly. So we're gonna go into, oh, where are you at? This is gonna be, is there a users folder here? Yeah. Users, here, thank you. Desktop, you. I think I do image. Would that mount? No. So I can do applications and utilities and disk copy, and I can drag and drop an image onto the disk copy window. Where did that go? I just had you. Dang it. Yeah, you. Let's do that. I think I can do. It doesn't recognize it. Okay. Okay. So. Do I have a version of Toast on here or not? So I would really like to get this rocking and rolling. But man, I am really making it hard on myself. You know? Very riveting things, I know. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to, can't cheat with this copy, darn. Because that's going to be floppy file systems. We are going to try an Audible, perhaps. Don't even. I know. I'm just too funny. This is why we have multiple systems. Do you like this CD? First of all. Sounding promising. Maybe not. Okay. Maybe some of these. This was supposed to be a pretty good stack of CDRs, but maybe they're not. Alright, cool. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I may have to just throw you away, because you might be a bad CDR. You might be a good CDR. As long as the CDR is good, I'm going to try to burn Madden 2000 on the disk from the G5, so it'll probably run faster on a more reliable drive, and then go that route. It's more of like the G5 is not meant for classic Mac stuff. And I mean, jumping into Madden 2000 is what's got us jumping into it. There's other fun things I enjoy about it. And that's with like playing within its limits. Like it's not made to do G5 or like classic stuff. It just ain't. Madden 2000. Burn it. Maybe that was a good one. I don't know. Well, it can't run a lot of classic Mac games. It's, like I said, I think you sort of end up going to a lot of the Mac Play, Freeverse Games. What was the other one that closed that like was publishing Darwinia? A lot of like the Mac centric publishers, and then a lot of lines of casual games are kind of where you end up at. Or you start building stuff from source, which is kind of its own little adventure of kind of getting into that tail end of legacy PowerPC stuff and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So that's kind of part of the game, part of I find entertaining about it. But certainly a big disadvantage is you don't have the legacy support of all the back catalog of OS 9 stuff or Mac Classic stuff. And you are like at that tail end timeline wise of when everything is really going to Intel based architecture for new Mac stuff. It's like even Madden 2008 is Intel only. A bunch of games that probably could run PowerPC in terms of just pure horses, that was Intel architecture only. That's just what it was built for. So I think that's kind of where you hit it at. And even with this particular G5, if you want to go top end G5, it's going to be one of the later models that had PCI Express. So you can have higher end graphics cards, a higher ceiling for memory. So you doing a lot of server stuff that way. Like you're talking, I think they had 64 or 128 gig configs, if I'm not mistaken, for actually maybe I don't know if they went that high for memory for the G5s. Bigger than 8 though. More memory than 8. And faster speed RAM too. But that's kind of what you see happening with the G5. You kind of gotta be ready for, if you're going to enjoy it, it's going to be enjoying that smaller window of games, some interesting games there, and then sort of dip into some of the fun utilities and open source stuff that's out there. And I think that's really where you get the enjoyment from the G5. When it runs, it's a steady machine too. Like, I haven't run into any real performance hitches going through the main desktop environment. None of the hold my breath moments I've had the G4 before. And then it's just more of when you start getting into heavy web browsing, it gets a little taxing on the machine. But there are things that you can use and go to that sort of alleviates that a bit. So that makes a nice pseudo-modern experience. So I'm not ready to call it like a mixed bag. It's more of just, it's going to be kind of a limited window of things to enjoy and use the machine for from just out of the box stuff. And it's cheaper than some other stuff too. Like there's still a lot of G5s out there that are pretty cheap if they're local. Shipping it, different story. Like it's a big metal box. It just gets pricey to do that. And in my case, like with mine, it was one that was in someone's barn or something. God knows what. It was smelly. It was dirty. It wasn't taken care of. Like, I decided to put some care, some TLC into it. There's my Sharpie. I was looking for that. Into this particular machine to make it what it is. Yes, and on top of that, they're rare, they are desirable, and if it's like the water-cooled stuff, they may not even be working, you know? CD drive, are you going to work well enough for me to at least read the disc and not be a butthead? Yes. All right. Come on. We might have Madden yet, so hold on your potatoes. Yeah, we're new software. All right, let's get it. Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. These are all fines now. Pass interference. Getting a little bit of roughing the passer here. Unnecessary roughness. Yeah, like if you want a basket case, getting a water-cooled quad and trying to fix that thing. So that's like, okay, the only real good situation out of that will be that since the way it's all oriented, hopefully it's just the power supply that got blowed up and the logic board's fine, not corroded to hell or something. So then you can at least swap that out. It looks horrible on the bottom, but then everything electronically works. And even then, like, I don't know if there's anything you do with it's digital Madden. I don't know if there's anything you can do to like not use the chemicals, like the antifreeze or whatever the crap they were using in those coolers before. Okay, and I want to go to, say, team setup, team select, COA team, let's pick, oh wow, the Browns were pretty decent. Maybe they did, I don't know, I don't know enough about it for sure. Oh, that's these are all classic teams, that's what's going on. I'm like, why are the Browns so good in this? These are like all Madden teams. How about this music, by the way? Let's get some props to the music choices, huh? Oh, look at all these all Madden teams, too. Dang. Quite the selection. Decided to go through the back end of the menu before getting to where I want to be. We'll play against the Browns. Man, I ain't about the Browns anymore, yo. Broke recent shenanigans have just made it feel gross. I'll do some chefs. We'll be some chefs. Back, start. System options, music select's fine. Detail settings? We should have decent quality audio at least. It may not look too good because we don't have 3D acceleration, so freaking software. Though in theory, we should be able to run software fine-ish. Yeah, finally we got to the backdoor Madden stream. You know what? Let's pump up these settings because, yeah, it's software, but it's with a blistering G4, so this should be fine. Controller select. Doing that. Let's just jump in. Let's do it. Yeah, that's fine. Is that the actual EA announcer being a... What? Wait, why was left going right and right going left? I probably should have calibrated the controller and I didn't calibrate. Okay, hang on. Awesome announcer, don't get me wrong. Just quit. I forgot a very important detail. Very important detail. There's a controller calibration menu, and I did not use it. Whoa, okay, you got a lot of stuff open there. Preferences. input, configure, calibrate. That was a very good thing to do. Because I did not do that before. Oh, that's cool, you know. Okay. Good to know. Now, let's play Madden. So I was like... Love it. Love it. And also something that's dudes announcing the game. You know, let's, you know, acknowledge. I have to pick my teams again. Lame. Colts. Do Browns and Chiefs. Yes. Oh, stadium. Let's do Arrowhead, man. Kansas City. Which I've been to Arrowhead. It's a great stadium. Lovely. Lovely place. Rainy night. Let's do fair. You know, classic day game. Control select. Now we should be set. Looks like we got kickoff. And here's the kick.
First and 10.
I don't know what button 1, button 2, button 3 are. It's one of them. It feels like the D-pad is going the opposite directions of what I intend. It's weird. Yeah, let them write it reversed. What? Why are left and right reversed? Why are they reversed?
First and 10.
Game settings? No. Why are you reversed? But it's only the x-axis. Oh, we almost had it. Manage. System options. No. Oh, no plan. That's cool. Why is X and Y reversed? Or why is just X reversed? Why? First of all, mouse disabled? Might be alright. But, like, so that looks right. But then they reverse that. What? Oh, what? Yo, you see this? By default, they have left button saying move right. What? Like, they have up and down. What? Why? Okay, so we're in... Okay. Let's be button 1. That's button 2. It's button 3. Like, what is this setup? I guess 5. And then that'll be 6. 7. 8. That should be start. Start pause. I guess I just have use button 9. And then this is going to be save set as Ravis gamepad row. Like, why would... From the top, I'm going to keep the mouse enabled because I might need to actually navigate some menus or something. Like, what? Okay. Chiefs. Browns. Okay. Start. We're not picking the stadium. It's fine. I get to receive the ball and not be going weird reversed X for whatever reason. And here's the kick. It's in the game. Oh, obliterated.
First and 10.
So now I know what button 1, 2, and 3 are, so that's good. Did I even get a yard on that? Short run, short gain. All right. I guess we will try a pass. Wait, too long. That wasn't bad. To control at least. Like that. How do I do a crossing route? And he missed it. Thanks. You were wide open. Yo, you were wide open. Same play again. There you go. There we go. Oh, geez. That's fun. Are they going to do anything against this? Like, if I'm running crossing route all day and it's going to be open? Apparently. Or I just missed that. Defender, I'm not so sure. Like, he... Sure. Okay. Mm-hmm. Shift. Tackle. It's kind of interesting where it's Madden and the EA announcer guy. Like, you don't have, who was the guy that usually partnered with Madden? Shoot. I'm blanking on his name. I wish I wasn't. Jump. There we go. Toggle. The hit!
Second and 8. Third and 7.
Crash left again. Held him. Held him to 4 yards, but let's see here. We want. I got it. I mean, again, the game doesn't look bad for what it is. It's just not. It makes me wonder what proper 3D acceleration would look like. Oh, so that's dive. Yeah, tell me about it.
First and 10.
We can try slots. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, he is pretty well covered too.
Second and 10. The top.
Not a lot there. That's okay. 2 yards.
Third.
Keep him honest. Let's go with flags up, I guess. Can we get a streak on the left? Nope. Oh, I got sacked. I wasn't even looking. I need to have this like sorted by formation. Because right now it's all like by random plays. Maybe it's because it's arcade mode. It's double covered and whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna kind of keep, because like you get, how many receivers do you get to choose from there? It's a lot, and I try to match them up with the buttons I have. I tackled him. Is that a penalty? Now can I get a penalty for that? Guess not. Oh. Sound effects are pretty cool in this. It is taking a bit for me to like learn my custom control scheme. It is not intuitive yet. On top of the fact, again, I don't have formations to choose from. It's throwing me off. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Like Detmer. Yep, he's a great quarterback. Though, again, I'm with Chiefs didn't exactly have a lot of good quarterbacks right now, so let's be fair here, Chris. That's jump. That's spin move. Okay. Oh, like goalline.com? Oh. You know what? Good call. Let's check out goalline.com. Please don't be like a terrible site. It's not HTTPS. Let's do a Wayback Machine with this. Goalline.com. I'm going to go back to around the year 2000. Goal Line Productions. So, was that the developer of this? You guys, give me something to work with here. I got a site under construction. I got a random little corner image. A missing plugin. Oh, was it a Flash site? Oh, that might have been a Flash site, dude. What was your guys' site before you had like Flash plugin junk? Alright, so here you go. Goal Line Productions offers the unique combination of fully integrated production facility and award-winning groups of producers, directors, editors, designers, writers, and musicians. Our creative team will give your project the look, sound, and content you need to communicate your message. Goal Line's 7,000 square foot stage is the centerpiece of the largest studio designed and constructed for television and motion picture production in Northern California. With a thoroughly state-of-the-art editing suite linked to audio recording and finishing rooms, Goal Line unites all of the elements to take any project from concept to screen. You can take the BART to get there. I guess it's probably film or multimedia, maybe just post-production stuff. I don't know. That's what was coming up around 1999 for the Goal Line. So that's what we got for them. Second and seven. Let's go that crossing route again. That seemed to get open pretty nicely. Besides the interception. Yeah, there it is. That's a first down. There we go, baby. Let's try mid-ins. That's 5. Hey, don't make fun of my offense. Even though it is terrible. It's beside the point. Oh! Little step. Little stutter. Oh, let's get it. That's a first down. Let's go. Should we try a pitch? Should we see how fast we can be with a pitch? Let's try it. Oh, God. Oh. I should have spun. I did not. Don't get too excited, man. Let's see. Let's do this crossing route. That's a gain to 6 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I get 6 open here? Nope. He's slow. No, that was a bad read on my part. Don't compliment him for things he didn't do. Blitzing. Oh, got him. Got him. Touchdown right there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You see that? I'm just like, oh, just truck him down. Oh, a little bit of run. There you go. See, they did all blitz, and I decided, you know what? We're gonna do a little crossing route action. Let's get crazy and do that again. Because that crossing route is tearing them up. That crossing route's tearing them up. No. Let's go. Powered by the Power PC. This is only software rendered, folks. Wait, I gotta see. I have to know. We must know that. Oh, that's a Voodoo Banshee, too. That ain't no ordinary Voodoo. That's a Voodoo Banshee. I kind of feel like this thing needs a Voodoo card at some point. That is going to be a tall ask, but it's like, oh, not having the proper 3D acceleration, it just breaks my heart. Okay, this TechWorks 4-mag Voodoo 1, I'm guessing. Though, so, hang on. I don't know if I have. I mean, maybe it could be also that like Madden 2000 has some specifics it does for 3D acceleration that doesn't really work with this Radeon card. I'm not sure. So, I'm wondering, is it possible to use like a, because I'm assuming because of Indian things and whatnot with a graphics card, that I can't just pop in like a PC Voodoo one. Like, for instance, the Voodoo one I have sitting back there, I didn't know if it were of a vintage to where it was some sort of proprietary thing that Voodoo would be doing, that any kind of hardware access would be some real custom stuff compared to like the Voodoo 3 and such, where I could get away with like, oh, PC Voodoo 1 card goes in Mac, now we're good. Because then I would just do that, because the Voodoo 1 is literally doing nothing else right now. Yeah, and I knew I had to flash BIOS for like the Voodoo 3. I definitely knew that. I wasn't sure with the older stuff if there was any difference at all, but I kind of had doubts, you know. It is AGP, absolutely. It's a matter of wanting a higher-end AGP card in the system with a era-appropriate PCI card. That's where my thinking is at. Swallowed up. So like in theory, what I would like to do is get like a super awesome AGP card, pipe it into a Voodoo card in the G4, and then just run run everything through the Voodoo pass-through, basically. And then that'd be my way of having, like, 2 video cards, one that's more compatible with OS 9, one's more compatible with OS X, basically. Good coverage. You know what I mean? That's kind of where my mind's at. 4th and 1. It looks like they're going for it. It is not AGP Pro.
And here's your punt.
See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe 1, maybe 6 on that one. Okay. Uh-oh. I tried to force it. It didn't work. Yeah,
First and 10.
I agree. So, run to the left. Jammed him.
Second and 10.
Looks really good on the G4, man. Must say. Dude, you had him covered. What are you doing? You outrunning your receiver now? Why would you do that? So watch this. My defender's like outrunning Edwards. Why? Why would you do that? Don't know why you do that. No, it's just regular AGP. I have to look at what AGP standard it is. I honestly forget. I don't think it's a universal slot. I mean, it could be. I don't know, honestly.
Third and 3.
Wow, they were too slow and they didn't get a field goal off there. That's a big win for me. I'll take that. If I want to get super dumb, be reflashing the Voodoo 5 as Mac. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that would even fit in the case, honestly. Does the FX 5200 work on OS 9? We can certainly maybe reflash that for OS X, for sure. Like, I'd certainly be open to reusing some of the GPU stash we have for some flashing adventures. Alright, good coverage. Just hasty. Oh, good sack. Really? FX 5200, huh? Does it have, well, does it have 3D acceleration in Mac OS Classic? Because otherwise, like, the FX. What about... I don't think this... Maybe looking at a card that's going to have enough memory in its BIOS chip to be able to take up Mac BIOS for one. And I know there's a number of cards that will work on their older OSs, but they won't have 3D acceleration. You know, that's kind of a thing about it.
And here's the fun.
Hey, 11 yards. Let's do a pitch to the left. So I get stuffed. Oh, we were able to break a tackle. That helps. So I got hit in the backfield with that. Our crossing route, baby. Oh, a little too early with that throw. Let's calm it down. They didn't do jack crap. Stop, Madden. You are just maddening. No, that's not what happened. Oh God, I hate these plays. You can try motion out, I guess. I should have lofted it a little bit. Well, 4th and 7, we have to go for it, right? I don't do quick outs. Got him. Got him. I think it's like a 9,200 or 99,000, something like that. Oh. The defender did actually do something on that, yes. Lost what? 1 or 2 yards? Yeah. Got him. I'm just feeding Alexander the whole time. Up the middle. That's all I'm doing. And they aren't doing anything to stop it. Got him. That's a first down.
First and 10.
Oh, he got hit. That hurt.
Second and 9.
Oh, he caught that? Oh, that was right past the middle linebacker. I thought that was going to get picked. Let's run it again. I think they're expecting run. Let's just run this again. Got him. That's a touchdown. Let's get it. They can't stop Alexander, so we just keep running them crossing route in the middle, and we just feed them. We're going to run it one more time, even. See, they can't stop him. They can't stop him. So just feed, feed, feed. That's a money play. Let's get it.
And here's the kick. First and 10.
Let's do pinch.
The top.
Just keep pressure on them. They're not going to do a whole lot.
Second down.
Crash to the left. We mix up our blitzes. We blitz on them a bunch. We cause pressure. And that's the aim of the game right now. That's what we're doing. And our man-on-man coverage is doing good. Man coverage is doing it. We just keep on causing pressure, and we keep on, defending. Good job. All right, I mean, there you go.
Fourth and 4.
Let's get it.
And here's the punt.
It's in the game.
First and 10.
All right, let's just start with a run. Oh. We leapt forward for a few yards. 3 yards, not bad. Goes into the fourth quarter. Here we go. Up by 6. Up the middle again for another 6 yards.
Third and 1.
Got him. Got him.
First and 10.
Oh. 3 yards here and there. Okay, that's all right. We're just going to work the middle more. That's why we're working the middle, baby. That's why we're working that middle. Up the gut. Up the gut. In that gut. Is that 3 yards? 4 yards? 4 yards. Now we grind it out. Oh, we got 1 or 2 yards there, right? 1 yard. Now we hit him with the crossing route. Oh. It's alright. Hit him with the crossing route anyway. We're just hit him with it. Almost had him. I was getting chased in the backfield, man. Wasn't much I could do about that. Besides, like, field goal or something, but we're not playing like that. I'll just regret that later. Good coverage! Lots of pressure on him. That's the way I like it. Ugh. Dang it, got first down.
First and 10.
Okay. Cover, cover. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I gotta actually score something now. Uh-oh. We are in trouble. We got 2 minutes left. We can get it. So we're up by what, 2 or 3 now? Up by 2? Because I think we were up by 6 before. No, maybe up by 1. Now I might be up by 1. Decent return. That was a halfway decent return.
First and 10.
Got 2 minutes to go, boys.
The handoff.
2-minute warning. All right.
Second and
Got 3 timeouts in 2 minutes. Let's get it. Got him.
First and 10.
Oh, how'd you miss him? How'd you miss him? He was like right in front of you. Come on now.
Third and 10.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. I know. Oh, he got it. Oh, no. Oh, no. You let my man get some space? Uh-oh. 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 You didn't see Horn catching that. Uh-oh. PI. Alright, now we gotta actually not let them score in like 30-some seconds. You calling me lucky? Dude, that was one of the receivers I was looking at. I saw he had some space. I threw to him. There might have been 2 guys in the area, but they weren't there ready to like actually do anything. Let's not stop on Chris's little play choice there, okay? Good defense. Good defense. Good job, boys. You can't beat Hasty. He's on you all day. All day. Man coverage. That's what I'm talking about.
Third and 10.
So we're going to keep a pinch because we're getting a little more coverage in this formation. I'm liking it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Good coverage. Keep with the pressure. Okay. All right.
First and 10.
That's one way of doing it. Yeah, you can just say TO instead of timeout. That's cool. Ooh, okay.
Timeout is called.
Sure is.
First and 10.
We gotta hold them, guys. Well, not hold them, but you know what I mean. All right. Force them to use their last timeout. Or are they out of timeouts? Oh, they're out of timeouts. Oh. Uh-oh. Interception. Let's go. Let's go. What a pick. That's what's up.
First and 10.
Do I have like a kneel? Do I not have a kneel? I guess not. I figured there would be a fumble because we rushed it, but I got it back, so whatever. That's all needed to happen. Oh, you did have a timeout left. Why didn't you use your timeout before? That's game. It's game, boys.
Fourth and 7.
Surprised, like I thought there'd be a kneel or something, but apparently not.
Oh,
All right. Yay! Kansas City wins! We won the game. We won a Madden game. It's been a while. Hey! On the Power PC. Check out some stats and info here. Yes, that's that one. Oh, slightly larger time of possession, more first downs, less offensive passing, but more rushes. So overall, better offense there. Slightly better in terms of our punt recoveries. More third downs, more third down conversions. We converted 3 of our 5 fourth downs, which is quite good. Made 2 of our 3 2-point conversions, which actually worked out real nice here. We would have had a 1-point lead still. Well, it was nice having the extra points, I think. We did well with our turnover there at the end, of course, and we had some good red zone defense. So, yeah. All right. Cool. That's Madden 2000, baby. Which, at least the CD drive decided to work on the G4 right now, so thank you, CD drive. That was much appreciated. Boop, 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 boop. ATI config menu. See, it's like graphics acceleration and this, that, and the other thing, and man, 2000's just like, nope. That's true. Them are facts. Yeah, see, and then I can't get 32-bit color either. Ooh, that'd be a thing with the Voodoo, is you won't have 32-bit color. Not great. But okie dokie smoky. So we can go bed and